This week, Annie and I visit my buddy Erick Webb over at the AOPA. He took us on an aerial tour of Frederick, and it was neat to see the county from a different perspective. Hope you enjoy this episode, and remember, hit the like button and subscribe to see more of this content. Hey everybody, I'm back with Annie.
Hey everyone.
Annie, I don't know if people realize what's going on today.
I don't know if I realize what's going on today yet.
So you want to tell everybody where we're at?
So we are at the Frederick Airport, and we are going to be doing a tour of Frederick County today.
Nice, from the air. So are you nervous?
Yes, I'm actually a tad afraid of heights, but I'm just trying to pretend that this is just a dream, it's not real.
Okay. So I made sure that Erick packed some barf bags for you.
Oh, great. Well, hopefully we won't be needing that.
Yeah, that's right.
Hi, everybody. This is Erick Webb with the AOPA.
Hello.
And today he's going to be taking us on a little tour of Frederick County. Erick, why don't you tell us a little bit about you and how you got started?
Oh gosh, how I got started in aviation or at AOPA?
Let's do both.
Okay, so aviation I started, probably 30 years ago when I was a little boy in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We lived off the approach end of one of the runways at the international airport and just fell in love. And I put it on the back burner because aviation's expensive, as we all know, and I figured it was out of reach for me. I volunteered at the EAA chapter, which is the Experimental Aircraft Association. They kind of complement AOPA in a lot of ways. And they had a learn to fly day here at the airport. Ran into a guy that worked at AOPA and suggested I apply for a job here. I was like, man, I'm not a pilot. He said, that doesn't matter. So I applied and learned to fly after that and have been loving it ever since.
That's awesome. What's your favorite part about flying?
Gosh, all of it. It's so much fun. You get to see the world from a different perspective. A plane like this one that we're going to be flying today, they call low and slow. So we're going to be closer to the ground, be going at a slower speed. I mean, 105 miles an hour is relatively slow when it comes to an airplane. This is, to me, is some of the most fun flying. It's all about the fundamentals. With the tailwheel airplane, it's a little more unstable on the ground, like pushing a shopping cart backwards. But it's so much fun. And then you've got the faster airplanes if you need to get from A to B in a hurry. They go a whole lot faster and higher. And it's just so much fun. It's way more fun than hopping on an airline and being in a bus, basically, and just a sheep pen, honestly. And having someone else fly, it's a whole lot more fun to fly yourself.
That's so cool. So do you have any advice for Paul and I today before you take us out?
Let me know if anything I'm doing makes you uncomfortable, if you feel queasy. Paul, especially you, man. The goal is to have fun. It's not to make anybody sick, not to make anybody scared. So if there's something you want to see, holler at me. If there's something that concerns you, talk to me about it. I'll explain. Just have fun. That's the whole goal.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks so much, Erick. And
sure.
I'm excited to get started.
Sounds good.
Hi, everybody. We are here today with Erick Webb with the AOPA. He is going to be telling us a little bit about this plane we are going to be on today.
Yeah, it's a Cessna 172. It is probably the most common airplane used for training. It is the most produced general aviation aircraft in the entire world. So you'll see more of these out on airports than any other airplane. It's a very stable platform. It's very safe. It's easy to learn. I joked with my instructor one time, what happens if you get into this strange situation? I said, let go of the controls. And he said, yes, the plane will right itself if you do that. So it's a very stable, safe airplane. Tricycle landing gear, so it has the small wheel up front, as opposed to the tail wheel we saw earlier, if you want to put that in the shot. as opposed to the tailwheel we saw earlier. So it's a lot easier to manage on the ground. It's a lot more modern design. 4 seats, though most cases you're going to only be able to take 3 full-size adults because of weight limitations.
Okay, cool. Very cool. And what is our flight plan today?
So our plan, President Biden is in town at Camp David, so most of northern Frederick County is blocked off. So we're going to explore eastern, western, and southern Frederick County as far south as we can go without getting into the Washington, D.C. Special Flight Rules area, which was established after 9/11. So we're just going to tour the southern part of the county, maybe check out Harper's Ferry as well, and just kind of see some things from the air.
So how busy is Frederick Airport here?
Second busiest in the state.
Yeah. So
Second only to BWI, and there's no radar in the tower.
really?
So when you hear people calling, you haven't maybe heard it yet, but you hear somebody calling, I am 5 miles this direction, 2 miles this direction, or I'm over this landmark. That's basically how we know where we are in relation to one another.
Oh, wow.
Very cool.
So do commercial flights take off from here?
Some do, but it's not going to be an airliner like you're thinking of.
Yeah,
It's going to be smaller twin-engine propeller planes or a smaller jet.
It's pretty cool how you can tell all the different neighborhoods and then there's the farmland mixed in.
Yeah.
So tell us about the AOPA, Eric.
Pull out my talking points to make sure. The AOPA, yeah. So AOPA's been around since 1959.
Wow.
There were concerns at the start of World War II that Joe Pilot, the average everyday guy, would not be able to fly anymore. So it was founded to start protecting average Joe's freedom to fly. And we have around 300,000 members, so we're the largest aviation organization in the world. The other thing that we're really involved with is getting the next generation involved in flying. So we have a thing called the You Can Fly program.
Yeah.
And it's got 4 pillars. Let me see what those are. So we have the high school STEM curriculum, which is in, I think, over 400 schools nationwide at this point. And that's just to get people interested in aviation, learning about aviation, and not necessarily piloting. It can be airport management, it can be maintenance, it can be any number of things. We've also got the Flying Clubs initiative, which is an alternative to flying schools in a way. Flying Club it can be as simple as a group of guys, gals, friends, whatever, getting together and saying, hey, we want to buy this airplane and we want to split the costs of it and share the costs of fuel and maintenance and pay this thing together. So it's cheaper for an average person to get into a flying club. So you might have 8 people that own a single airplane like this. You split the cost 8 ways. It's a whole lot more reasonable than being a single pilot owner.
So how does financing for something like that work?
Well, that I don't know, but we have a whole team dedicated to aircraft financing.
And this plane that we're in now, you said earlier, this is the kind of plane you would train in.
Yeah, this was actually the plane I trained in. It had a lot different. This iPad wasn't here. These weren't here. It had older dial instruments like these that you see here. And this was the one I learned to fly in. We also have scholarships. We give away millions. I think it's $2 million this year in scholarships to help people learn to fly. People who already have a certificate to get an advanced rating. People who are interested in getting into mechanics or things like that. Airport management. We have programs to scholarships to get them.
So would you say that flying airplanes is safer in general than, let's say, riding a Harley?
I would say yeah. The number of general aviation that day. We've also gone to the beach. I'm going to turn this around here so we don't fly into the special flight rules area. This is Point of Rock straight ahead.
Oh, nice.
We've flown to the beach a couple of times, Ocean City, New Jersey. They have an airport that's about maybe a mile from the beach. So you just land, walk through the beach house neighborhood, and you're on the beach.
Nice.
So that's a lot of fun. Flying to restaurants is a lot of fun as well. We call it, in aviation, we call it the $100 hamburger. And this is the Potomac River. Brunswick coming up everywhere. If it weren't so bumpy, I'd get us down a little lower, and you can see the river a little better, but it's bumpy and it's a little uncomfortable down low. We're over Virginia right now. This is Farm Country, Virginia, on our left. This is Maryland. And once we come up to Point of Rocks, we'll have Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia, so we'll have the tri-state area all right there.
Funny fun fact.
Fun fact.
Maryland
Yes.
is responsible for maintenance of the Potomac.
Really?
Yep.
I did not know that.
Potomac River falls within the Maryland state line. Brunswick looks so different from here.
Yeah, right?
You don't notice the steep hills.
You can check out all the construction going on.
Yep.
Harper's Ferry is one of my favorite places because you can see the confluence of the two rivers. Especially after the rain, the Potomac will be a little brown, the Shenandoah will be a little bluer. But it's really cool to fly over this place.
There's so much around here. Like,
Yeah.
we can. That's one. So I grew up in Montgomery County. The nice thing about moving up to Frederick is that I can get to the mountains within 20 minutes. I can get to Baltimore within an hour.
Yep.
See within an hour. I've got access points to so much to do, and I can see all 4 seasons, which is awesome.
Yep. Sometimes in the same week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you want to get a little feel for what it's like?
Sure. Let's do it.
I'm not an instructor, so I'm not going to release the controls. I'm going to keep my hands on the controls. That way we don't do anything we're not supposed to. But you can just go left, right,
Okay.
up. Oh, I'm sorry, I should have done that.
So if I pull back, if I pull this way, it goes up.
Yep.
If I push in, it goes down.
Yep, I should have demonstrated this way instead of just doing. Sorry, Annie.
Oh, it's all good.
If I were to turn this way a little bit.
Yep.
Nice. Push down. I go up.
Tower 1 micrometer, 5 miles west.
This is so weird.
You got it, Paul?
Yeah, I got it. Pretty sure.
Yep, you're doing fine. If you want to turn left and follow the river for a second, then we can do that. And then this gives you an idea of where you're looking at the horizon. It'll tell you you're climbing and all the other things.
So am I leveled out or?
Nope. So we'll do like that. And now we're leveled out. It's tough to pick out a horizon on a cloudy day.
Right.
So we have this, the brown line being the horizon and the blue being the sky. And then these little pips here being our wings. So that'll tell you your turn to left, right, up, down.
Cool. You definitely feel it when you push it in to go down.
Yep.
I'm like, whoa.
Are you sweating?
Yeah. Are
You
you?
might notice.
A little bit.
You might notice we've got a couple rain droplets here on the windscreen.
Yep.
And people are like, oh my gosh, you can fly in the rain. Well, right now we're clear of the clouds. We're at least 500 feet or 1,000 feet below. And we have more than 10 miles more than 5 miles visibility, which I think it's 3 miles is the minimum requirement. I'd have to refresh myself. My personal minimums are 5 miles visibility, and we can see all the way out to, I think that's Ski Whitetail.
Huh.
And that's several miles away. So we got more than enough visibility. We're more than enough clear of the clouds. So we are safe to fly right now.
I'm going to let you take controls again.
Hey, I never let go of the controls.
And then there we go.
All
Done.
right.
Awesome.
Ready to start taking flights now.
May as well. I mean, go for it.
Question from me.
Yeah.
Does this pit in your stomach feeling go away after a while? Like after you've flown a couple times, or is it just me?
Well, we were talking to Nick earlier,
Uh-huh.
and he is a little bit more nervous about it, a little apprehension. So some pilots, that kind of never goes away, but you just learn to cope with it. Personally, I don't recall ever having that feeling. There are a couple times I get a little bit nervous. There was one time I was in the traffic pattern and my alternator stopped running because the ground wire came loose, and I realized that the battery was draining and I was going to lose radios after a certain period of time. So I was like, oh gosh, what do I do? And then it was, okay, back to my training. What do I do? And I remember my training, turn off all the lights, turn off things that aren't necessary, and land the airplane. This is not like a car where if the battery dies, the plane is going to stop running. The engine runs independent of the battery. It has magnetos. So the engine keeps running even if the battery's dead. You just don't have radio communication. You don't have navigation. Some of your instruments will stop working. But yeah, some pilots, they just learn to cope with that. And it's fine, I guess. I don't know. So they told me to fly a left downwind pattern to runway 30, which means the runway's going to be on the left side. I'll fly parallel to the runway, turn perpendicular to the runway, and then turn towards the runway and land.
Gotcha.
So the wind is coming from that direction. So you see that we're pointed that direction and flying straight.
Yep. It's counterbalancing.
Yeah. Those two white lights that you see are telling me my glide slope. You see two white, that means I'm high. If you see one white, one red, that means I'm right on. If you see two reds, a little low. If it's gusty, a bit high. Usually sink right over the red light. Now I'm going to drop the right wing to compensate for the crosswind. And we're going to float for a little ways, which is fine. There's that squeak. And we're down.
Nice.
Not bad.
Thank you.
Well done. Well done. This is really cool. Thanks, Eric.
Yeah, happy to do it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, cool. Thank you to Eric for letting us fly with him today. Super cool. I think we're good. We feel good to be on the ground.
Yes.
Small plane.
Yeah. It was awesome though. Thank you.
So really appreciate it. Yeah, for sure. We want to let people know where they can get more information about AOPA, maybe sign up to fly, some of the stuff we talked about.
AOPA.org.
Okay.
We have resources there to learn how to take an intro flight at your local flight school and all kinds of resources.
Cool. All right, well, this was exciting. We've got a lot more. I don't know if we can top this one. This will be great.
don't know.
So, awesome. Well, thanks. Thanks, Eric. Thanks, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.